Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm just using the iPhone 16 Max Pro for these videos moving forward, just because I've had so many problems with my other camera that I just bought a little microphone and using the iPhone, and this is just way easier to do, especially when traveling. But welcome back to the channel. We are 72 hours away from CIM marathon right now, California International Marathon, where I'm going for another PB, another PR a month after Indianapolis, where I ran 2:18:41. Feel good. I'm on the last day of the carb depletion right now, and I don't mind these carb depletions. People say they find them really difficult. You feel terrible. I don't feel too bad. In fact, I feel pretty clear in the mind when I do these. And so for context, for 4 days leading up to 2 days before the marathon, so if the marathon's on Sunday, carb load would be Friday, Saturday. On the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's now Thursday, I am doing this week, and I also did this before, Indy and also Chicago, but not so extreme with Chicago. I try and consume about 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day, which is very low. I would say my burn rate, if I'm training normally, depends on the workout, what I have that day, would be somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 calories a day. That's how much I'm burning. On a long run day, maybe more, if it's 22 miles plus. During the taper, it's probably more like 2,500 to 2,800 because I'm not training as hard, and even some days are totally off. But consuming 1,500 to 2,000 calories is still a massive deficit. Pretty low carb. Now, there's not a lot of evidence to show that this is 100% works for everybody, but there's enough evidence out there that I've read to show that it can help for sure. And I don't know if it's placebo or not, but I find it beneficial for sure. And also, you can drop a little bit of weight in these 4 days, half a kilo, a pound, and then you'll probably gain it back in the carb load. But either way, that's kind of helpful, because if I've learned anything this year, it's that, at least for me personally, body weight is a huge deal. I mean, it is for everyone, but for me, it's very obvious. So even gaining or losing half a kilo to a kilo is a big deal, even though it's important not to become too obsessed with that stuff. That's a whole other topic. But welcome to the taper week. I'm going to do my last workout right now. Was going to do it outside, but it's just so cold and windy, it's insane, and my asthma hasn't been great this week, so I'm going to just take it easy there. 5 by K at 2:17 marathon pace, about 3:16, 3:15 for the kilometre, or about 5:12, 5:13 mile pace. Doing the treadmill just because I don't want my asthma to flare up, and it's just brutal outside. And then, we're heading off in the morning to California, taking the 8:30 flight to San Fran, and it's about a 2 hour, I think, hour and a half, 2 hour, something like that, drive to Sacramento. The flights into Sacramento were crazy expensive. We saved about $500 going to San Fran and back. So that's good. And yeah, we'll take you with you on the next 3 days. And hopefully we see another personal best in Sacramento. And I'll see some of you guys out there. I'm really looking forward to pacing the sub 220 bus to halfway and then seeing what I can do in the second half. Should be fun. 2:17 marathon pace. What it looks like. I just got to hold this for 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's number 5. Number 5. Really good. Smooth. Seconds.
Well done.
Yeah, that was awesome. Very comfortable, yeah. 5 by a K, 3:15, 1% incline, 11.4 miles an hour. Yeah, it felt great, felt really good.
And I see you have some new shoes.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
Another fresh pair of Alpha ones. I'll probably wear these, but I really enjoyed the 361 degree super shoe that I wore in the 24 400s.
Do you hope to bring both and just kind of decide on the day?
I'll probably just decide before we fly out tomorrow. I'm probably almost certainly going to wear these. The 361 degree shoes, like, they're so thin. They're so razor thin around the side. Like, I honestly
fear them like breaking. But that probably is stupid because I'm sure they've tested it to no end. But yeah, that was awesome.
Don't want to take any risks.
No. But given this is day 4 of low carb, low calorie, I thought I'd feel pretty crap in that workout because I have before.
I felt it in mine yesterday. I was bad.
No, I feel fine.
Yeah.
It's weird, these like low calorie days, which I've been doing for months now, I don't tend to feel, like I feel hungry sometimes. Not much, but I don't, I never feel like out of energy for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I feel out of energy either. I think I just felt it in the breaths, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that'll do. The rest of the day is just coaching. Got lots of coaching, trying to get all my coaching done before, or at least most of it before we leave tomorrow. And just packing, and then we'll take you with us on the trip to Sacramento.
What you making?
I'm making my drinks for CIM. New recipe, plain sugar. No, really, I am using plain sugar though. In the summer, I was doing obviously the marathon. Ooh, that's too full. I was doing the marathon specific work, and one day I just ran out of sports drink to use, like carbohydrate mix. And I just thought, oh, well, I've heard of people using sugar before, sure it does fine. And I used it that day and I just loved it. I just used a Gatorade electrolyte tablet with it to have some electrolytes and some flavouring. And I performed very well that day and just loved the taste of it, so I've just continued doing that, just using plain table sugar. But mixing it with some sodium, so half of one of these capsules, which is 375 milligrams, because there's 750 in one, so 375 in each one. And I'll be taking a bottle every 5K, so that would mean that if I take 375 at 5K, 10K, 15K, I'm going to go through 15K in about 50 minutes. So it should be a little over 1,000 milligrams of sodium an hour, which is what I'm aiming for. I have heard, and people have reached out to me saying I should try much more than that. I'm not going to yet, I might try that later. But sodium, I'm going to be mixing a little bit of magnesium. I'll just be using this glycinate tablet and opening the tablet up, the capsule up, and putting half of one of these tablets in each bottle, which is 275 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, so half of that, which is 137.5, and then also just a pinch of potassium as well, just to cover all bases. So I have 6 bottles, they're all 333 milliliters or 12 fluid ounces. Yeah, 5K, 10K, 15K, 20, 25, 30, although I think I'm going to skip one of those tables and just put a gel there, probably 25, and then put the other ones at 30, 35. So yeah, stoked to have the tables this time around, but that's my very simple drink mix this time around. And I guess it's also worth noting, it's really important to have, for me anyway, to have these bottle tops. And they're kind of hard to find, at least in the US. Most supermarkets have at least one like that, but in other countries there's lots of them. They often, you can often find them in children's like cordial drinks, like the little poppers. That's how the lids are there. So, and that's because obviously when you're running, you want to be able to pop it open and drink and not have to actually screw it open and drink like that, because at 3:15 per kilometre or 5:14 mile pace, it's pretty hard to drink like that, like from a cup. So it's much easier to be running like that and just to continue sort of sipping. So yeah, that's the game plan. So in each one of these is 40 grams of carbs, roughly, 8 spoons of sugar. And so that's 120 grams of carbs in 50 minutes. And I'm also going to be having gels. So I've just realized I can only have too much. So I might have to refine my plan. Like, well, well, I mean, you don't have to take it all, right? Like, it's good to have too much rather than too little. All right, we are off to the airport in about 45 minutes, and it is time to carb load 48 hours out from the race. Kicking off with a bagel with peanut butter. Pretty good start. Okay, we're about to board. We have 2 flights, one to Detroit and then one on to San Fran. I think we saved about $300 by going indirect. But we are carbing up already. Reem is carbing. I had the bagel this morning at about 6:15 with peanut butter. So on to about 70 grams of carbs. Had a coffee with some sugar, another 10 grams, 80 grams. What do we pack for the trip, Reem?
We have your oatmeal cookies. We have the bagels. We have another like granola chocolate chip cookie, and I've made the famous rice pudding. And then we also have and then we have just like plain rice with salt.
We're a bit worried that the rice wouldn't go through the security because it's sort of liquidy, but we got it through.
The trick is to put it in the fridge so the milk can like absorb, and then you're good to go.
There you go. You heard the rice travel hack. But yeah, we'll be aiming for about 600 grams of carbs today, 800 tomorrow, roughly. And yeah, should be good. Alright, we are in San Fran and the carb load is in full swing. I had that thing of rice you just saw on the screen, I had the whole thing in 3 stints and I'm up to 556 grams of carbs, not including these guys, which I just bought. 3 p.m, so should get well over 600, probably closer to 700 by the end of the day. We're about a 2-hour drive now from Sacramento, so we'll drive there from here after we get the car rental and then get a 10k run in. And then try and get some coaching done and then try and get to sleep early because on Sunday we have to wake up at 3:30, which means we have to go to bed if we want enough sleep at about 8:30 on Saturday night tomorrow. So we'll just start going to bed earlier. And plus it's a 2-hour time difference, so 8:30 is 10:30 in Chicago. So early night, hopefully the drive is all smooth. It's about just under 2 hours and we'll kick carbon.
The fact that it only costs $100.
This car was $100?
Yeah.
Wow. For 3 days?
Yeah, we return it at 8 on Sunday.
Wow. Well done. Thank you, dollar. Dollar? Yeah, dollar.
Dollar.
Yeah. All right, so we've got 2.5 hours, 3 hours drive, and we might see a friend for dinner depending on the traffic, and then we'll go for a run. All right, let's get driving. All right, we have finally made it to Sacramento, little Airbnb. We have I guess I'd have to put mine like, probably somewhere like, Hawaii would probably be like here, and then the Gold Coast would probably be like there. There you go. Nice. All right, Reem, ready for a run?
Yeah, just make my socks on.
Nice. All right, we're going for an easy, probably 45 minutes. Reem's going to do 30. We're going to head into Sacramento town, 7 p.m. Christmas lights pumping over here. And then we're going to get some Japanese. All right, good to go?
Yeah.
Cool. Feels like we're in Europe. Yeah, and you said the finish is somewhere around here?
That way, I think.
I think the finish is just over there, so yeah. Cool little city. We have been here before, back in for Western States Endurance Run, but we didn't really spend any time in Sacramento, so
Yeah.
but yeah, we're in the city centre now. We're going to jog back, get some food. Oh, there's another cathedral there as well. It looks like the one in Helsinki a bit.
Capital.
Yeah. Alright, shakeout done. 6 miles, just under 8-minute pace. First fill with Reem at like probably 8:30, 8:20, and last two a bit quicker. I don't even know, probably like 6:30 or 6:40. I can't believe how long the Super Blast lasts. I've had this pair of shoes for, well, I got them sent in July, and I reckon I've run in them for 50 miles every single week. So that must be pushing over 1,000 miles, I reckon, maybe more. And they're still like really good. So
thumbs up to the Super Blast too. But we'll check in with you tomorrow. We're about to have dinner. 636 grams of carbs for the day. It will be after this rice. I've estimated the rice tonight. I've had a look at the picture and gathered that it's probably about 60 grams of carbs with the vegetables. So these are always slightly estimated, but we'll check in tomorrow with the shakeout in the morning, the expo, elite athlete meeting, and then obviously all the carb loading. And then it's race day. Good morning. We are 24 hours out from at least the finish, and we're carbing. So back on the carbs, I've already had one of the oatmeal raisin cookies, 41 grams of carbs, and a bagel, 61, so I'm already at 100. And I've just actually made this drink. I'm actually just sipping on this all yesterday and today. It's an electrolyte drink that I just put 2 of the sodium tablets and one of these pillar magnesium sachet things. It's actually for sleep, but just for muscle recovery. So yeah, just sipping on this all day, just electrolytes up, and aiming for about 800 to 900 grams of carbs today, so eating all day. Go to the shakeout, the official one that starts at 8:30, and yeah, looking forward to the day.
Sacramento. And who is from Sacramento or Sacramento area? Right, all locals. Who has run CIM before? And who's doing CIM for the first time? And
All right, shaky shakeout done. 5K easy, just under 5 minutes a K, 25 minutes or something like that. And I'm excited because the weather is just so nice. I mean, right now it's pretty much the same weather as it will be tomorrow morning, about 7 degrees Celsius at the end anyways. And it's just such a vibe here. It's so cool. Come and do CIM if you haven't done it already. It's really cool. It's similar in a way to it's much bigger than Indianapolis, I feel like, but it's not such a big race that it's hard to get around and hard to, all the roads aren't blocked off and all that stuff. Like, it's a good size. I love races like this. So I'm excited. But yeah, time to eat more carbs.
Anything else now?
Palestinian. 3, 2, 1. Boom! James,
Yes,
what's your tips for CIM? James ran CIM last year.
correct. It was my first sub-3 last year.
Nice. Do you have any tips for the runners and myself?
Well, I think the classic tip would be 1 foot in front of the other, first and foremost.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I haven't been doing that.
And also, just go out a whole lot slower than you want to finish.
Nice.
There is no such thing as banking time in this marathon game.
I like it. And do you think the first half is harder than the second half, or vice versa?
I would say vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah, vice versa. I mean, the front half are where the hills are.
Yep.
But I mean, if you're going to run into trouble with those hills in the first half of a marathon, you probably shouldn't be running a marathon.
I like it.
Yeah.
Are you going to come to the technical meeting with me where we learn about how to pick up a bottle and run tangents and stuff like that?
But what in the F is going to be discussed in the technical meeting?
1 hour. 1 hour of learning about how to run.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's absolutely absurd.
Good luck out there. And we are off to the expo, off to the meeting, and I am strapping these gels with the drink. And so, yeah, that is 95 grams of carbs in this pack. So I have more than enough. if I had everything that is on the tables, I would be having like almost 200 grams of carbs an hour. But it's, you know, I probably won't be able to drink the whole of that bottle. That's what a lot of people forget. You often can't stomach it all. So half or 3/4 of it, and then the gel I can hold and run with. So yeah, I'll be probably pushing over 100 grams, 100 to 120 grams. And yeah, just putting these, I've got 6 of these at about 5K, 10K, 16K, 25K, 32K, and 36K. So that's where I'm going to be putting 95 grams of carbs, because there's 45 in this and around 40 in this. So insurance for sure. But meeting soon. Rita's going to pick up her number and meet some people that I coach, and then relax, have the last carbs, and get ready to go to bed, because we've got to get up at 3:30 for the 4:30 bus.
Wild.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, so that's obviously not to scale, because it doesn't... if that was real, you'd be sliding downhill between mile 2 and 4, basically, just rolling on your side, going 5-minute miles. But it's, yeah, it's pretty significantly net downhill, so it should be fun. I'm officially a pacer, so I think my bib says pacer. So I just can see the pacer. Okay, so 151 to track, and yeah, this is what I'm about to submit. So one of these at 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, and yeah, these will be the tables. Pick them up. Super lucky to have them this race, because I don't have them that often. I'm usually not in the elite field. So yeah, excited for this one. It's really good. So we've got the meeting starting in 8 minutes, where we'll learn about the weather and how to pick up a bottle. They're fun.
Fox?
Pacer.
Oh, you're a pacer. Okay. So table 14, row 1, position 8.
Okay, so table 14.
Yep. So each of the 8 stations starts with one on the far wall.
Yep.
You'll work your way all the way around the room.
Yep.
Put it in the bag with table 14 on it for
Okay.
each of the 8 stations.
Easy. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Great. Thanks for pacing tomorrow.
Of course. No worries. Looking forward to it. Hey, Matt. Good to see you. You good?
Fan of the slight elite.
Yeah, okay, cool. I can't see you very well with the mask anyway. So nice to see you.
Station one, table. Oh, yeah. Sometimes feel bad because like earlier this girl went a day. We woke up at 4 a.m.
So the guys, there's table number signs, so you'll know which table you're on, and look for that. And you'll have 8 bottles per table. Even that 7th table that we have for kind of the 49 through 60, it's only about 8 to 10 bottles. And I don't know where he ended up with the final number, but so no.
Boom. Here's the kit. The thing everyone wants to know. What shoes do people wear? Alphafly 1s for this one. I wore Alphafly 1s in the 219 and the 218. I considered wearing the 361 degree super shoe. I can't remember the name of it, but I just don't feel confident in it because it's so thin and light. I feel like it could break, but it's probably ridiculous. But these are just sturdy. I went on 5K in these, the last workout on the treadmill, 5K. And yeah, Source kit is my favorite kit to race in easily. These tights are unreal. They're just so thin, they're so light. And that gel that I have with the drink, every time I grab them, I'll put the gel straight in this back pocket here. It's just a really easy pocket in the back, and then drink the drink for a mile or so, then I've got the gel to pick up. So yeah, perfect opportunity for me to thank Soar for sponsoring this video and every single video I've ever done training for the marathon and racing the marathon. So thank you to Soar. I love your gear so much. This singlet is unreal. It's got a bit of a cooling effect. It's not cheap, but it is worth it, especially if you are a heavy sweater. Although tomorrow it's going to be pretty good weather. It's going to be pretty cold, but just the feel of this is just unbelievable. It's so thin, and it just feels really good. So, yeah, thank you to Sort. You can score 15% off with the link in the top here or down in the description. But that is the kit. I feel like there's probably no lighter kit you can possibly wear because the singlet and the tights are just, the material is just so light, it's unbelievable. So thank you to Soar. Highly recommend checking out their gear if you haven't raced in it already. It's getting so popular. Even in the US, I saw a few people running this morning in Soar. I know in the UK it's just massive and it's everywhere, and parts of Europe too. I know Australia it's growing as well. But yeah, really, really appreciative of Soar. And you can track me by heading to the tracker, 151, or just type my name. But yeah, feeling good. I'm up to around 600 grams of carbs for the day, and it's 5:05 p.m. We'll have dinner and a bit of a dessert, and I should get up to around 800. So we'll round the video up then. And I'm pumped. I'm not nervous for this one. I'm just excited to get out there because I feel like there's not much pressure. I've run a time this year that I, really wanted to run, and this is just a bonus. And if I run 217, that'll be amazing. If I run 218, I'll be stoked. If I run 219, I'll be stoked. Even if I run 220, I'll be pretty happy with that. But who knows? I mean, marathon's such a beast. It can be a very unpredictable thing. And I'm aware that what I'm doing is not normal. And I'm aware that there might be hurdles in the way that I'm not ready for, as in fatigue hurdles, which I might not know are coming. So we'll see. We'll check in with dinner shortly, and then I'll publish this video before I go to bed. And thank you so much to everyone for following along so far. Hopefully try and hit that 800 grams of carbs, get up in the morning, have another 200, 250, and race the California International Marathon. Okay, Reem, what have you made for our last dinner before the race?
Yeah, I made us a simple spaghetti with just some mince and pasta, and some steamed broccoli. Just something simple to ensure that we don't upset the stomach.
So I'm up to about 600 grams of carbs for the day. You're probably at about 450 because obviously a bit lighter. After this should be about 120. I think I'm at 610 now, and then we'll have some licorice after that, which is pretty high. It's basically just candy. Which will push us to pretty close to 800 and Reem pretty close to 650, 700. So, yeah, hit the goal with the carbs. Yeah. Now trying to hit the goal in the race. What's your goal tomorrow? Of course I know, but what are the people that know?
I hope to be able to hang tight onto the sub 350 goal. Try to break that 1 hour barrier between us. Yeah, 315. What did I say?
I thought you said 350.
No, yeah, 315.
Your number's right there. Show the number so people can track you.
Track me, guys. I hope I don't disappoint. But I'm pretty proud of the training I've had this year. So
yeah,
I feel pretty confident in rocking and rolling.
Yeah, Reem ran 326 London last year. Then I started coaching her. then she ran 319 in Chicago 8 weeks ago. Yeah. And I think tomorrow you will run. I think everything in your training indicates that you can definitely go under 315. I think you'll run 312.50. In Chicago, we had this little competition going where I was trying to beat her by more than an hour, and I beat her by an hour and 21 seconds. I was so I ran 2:19.31, and she was 3:19.54, 56, something like that. So you should definitely, she should get this under the hour this time. But all the best to you, and thanks everyone for following along so far.
Thanks, mate.
I will be filming as much as I can from tomorrow. I don't know anyone out in the course, so probably won't have much race footage. But of course, I do a full breakdown, and I'll take a bit of video footage on the way there as much as I can at the end, and show you guys what CIM is all about. But thank you so much for following along, and we'll see you in the next video after the race is finished. But we'll be up tomorrow morning. It's a 7 o'clock start, which is in almost exactly 12 hours, 13 hours.
We have to catch the bus at 4:30.
Yeah, so we have to get up at 3:30, so we're going to bed at 8:30. So yeah, we'll check in with you next time.
Enjoy.